Hi everyone, this is voiceover attempt 7 for this video. Um, I want you to read this. I am trying to get some donations to pay for some of the clay I'm doing. You don't have to donate if you don't want to, but if you do, I do appreciate it. So let's get going with this ornament. Now, this is a very easy ornament, and I chose this one to do this video because this is my very first video that I did with my iPhone, and that I edited with iMovie, and I cannot tell you how frustrating this has been. It has been 3 days I'm working on this, trying to figure out how to do everything. And then I go to find out, when I finally get it done the way I want it, that I can only upload 15 minutes or less of video to YouTube from my iPad using the iPhone. So, as I said, this is like the 7th attempt at doing the voiceover, so I'm a little bit hoarse. But this is a video, this ornament, I think you can just watch and see how it's done. There is a lot of editing where I had to cut repetitive things out, like making the extruding the clay through the garlic press and making the stockings, and that's going to jump ahead when I add them on to the garland. So I apologize for that, and I don't know how this is going to work out. I may have to go back to my Canon cameras, but I think the video quality is a little bit better on this. I'm just concerned about the 15-minute constraint. Most of my videos are more than 15 minutes, and I like to show you the entire process without cutting stuff out most of the time. So we're going to jump ahead. Oh, look, we jumped ahead right there. So I don't know how this is going to work out, and I'd like to hear what you have to say about it in the comments. I would also like to hear what you have to say about me putting a donation button on under my banner. I've never asked for money before, so that's kind of new for me. I did charge money at Ornament Academy, but that was something totally different. So I don't know. We'll see how that works out. But I have I've spent 3 days trying to figure this out, and we'll see. And here I'm just filling in the gaps with some of the green clay. And this, I think this ornament is pretty self-explanatory if you watch it. Oh, somebody keeps texting me. Better see what they want. So it is about 10:30 at night. I have been working on this all day. I finally figured out what the problem was with the voiceover not working, and it was something. I use Movie Maker for my other videos, and over the years I've pretty much figured out how to use Movie Maker. And it was a very simple thing that I always do on Movie Maker, and I didn't even think about doing it here. And that was turning down the sound all the way from the original video, and that's what the problem was with doing the voiceovers, and you would think I would have figured that out a little quicker. All right, we're going to jump here to just trim around, and we will jump ahead. And this is a great family video. Look at that magic. Look how nice the back looks when you do that backing piece. I'm going to put the hook in. Now I put a bow at the top of this ornament, and I put the star at the bottom. And the star is where you put the year if you personalize it. But if you don't like the bow, just put the star at the top and leave the bow off. And of course the names go on the white parts of the stocking. And if you make a lot of stockings on this, just make them a little bit smaller. So we're going to do a lot of jumping ahead once I get the bow and the star done, because I had to cut the video down. I was 55 seconds over, and it was kind of tough trying to cut out that 55 seconds. So now I'm down to like 13 minutes, so I cut off a little more than I needed to. But now that it's cut off, I can't put it back. I probably could, but I can't figure out how. And if I, like I said, if I sound a little hoarse, it's because this is voiceover number 7. And I hope this works out. The video looks good. It hasn't blurred from what I can see, and I just want to give you guys a good experience with a good video. So if this works out and I figured it out, there's got to be a way, I think, that you can upload more than 15 minutes, because I know YouTube likes longer videos. So I'm going to do some more research on that. And if any of you can answer that question for me, please let me know in the comments below. I am so new to this iPhone and iMovie stuff that I don't quite get it. But I'm working on it. So, I need a little break. I'm going to take a little drink. I've been talking non-stop. You're probably tired of hearing me. I know one thing, I'm tired of hearing me. Now again, I'm using a little star cookie cutter here. And if you don't have a star cookie cutter, they're very easy to find. They're, just one of those that's easy to find. And if you can't find one or don't want to buy one, I do have, I think in the tips section in the playlist, I do show you how to make a star. And I don't show you here, and I know I show it in several of the videos, and I think it's in the tips section. And now I'm going to put, of course, the holly leaves and berry on the star. And then I am going to do some candy canes, and I'm going to decorate the stockings, and you do not have to do that. That's all optional and up to you, and you can do the stockings in other colors, and you know all this. So it has been so hot here. Oh my gosh, it was like 101 today. Yesterday was 102. Ugh. And humidity. And I cut my own hair the other day. I was just so hot. I said, I'm going to cut it real short. Yeah, I might as well have just shaved my head. Maybe one day I'll have the courage to do it. My ex-husband did it once and it looked horrible. It was just terrible. It was a bad mistake. But it feels okay. And hair will grow. And I'm lucky enough to have very thick hair. Well, no, it's not thick, but there's a lot of it. And it's curly. So it doesn't just sit flat on my head. So that's a plus. But I sure did cut it short. And my son has hair down past his shoulders. Go figure. And here I am putting on the candy canes. I hope this works, because I really don't want to have to talk through this again. And then I'm going to put on polka dots. And now there's a little tip here. I roll it out so that there's a really fine pointy end in the clay. See, and then you just take your little pieces off and put them on. Makes it so much easier. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are. My brother and I have been watching this show called Alone, where people are way up, I think it's in Alaska, and they're out there alone and they have to build their own shelters and hunt animals and fish for food. And oh, I have to be honest, that is one thing I could not do. I think my younger brother could do it, but no, not me. I like modern plumbing, if you know what I mean. And now now we're getting towards the end where I really had to cut some off. And now I'm going to put the holly leaves and berries on each stocking. And like I said, you don't have to do all this. I'm just showing you your possibilities, and I'm sure you have other possibilities you could do. Oh, I hope this audio works this time. And guess what, everybody? There's no blush in this. You don't have to blush before you bake. Unless you get really hot and you blush. And of course, as always, bake according to the instructions on your package of clay. Well, it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. I hope you enjoy it, even with all the strangeness about it. I mean, after 7 times of doing the voiceovers, I don't even know what to say anymore. And there it is, and it is done. It's going into the oven. Oh, got to put the red berries on, and it's going to be baked. And the other nice thing about this is you don't have to paint anything on it. You just have to personalize it when it comes time to do that. Although I think I did put a little bit of white on the garland just to give it a little pop. So that's about it. And the next step is to attempt to upload it to YouTube, and we'll see how that goes. Hope you liked it, everybody. Hope this turns out for you, and I will see you next time. Bye.